What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today. It's been a minute. Safe to say I've been a little bit busy recently, so finally found time to sit down and actually record a video for you. Now, you might say, Linz, what's going on with the title? What on earth track are you doing today? And why are you doing this track in particular? Well, to simply answer that question, it's got a cock in the name. That's it. I am much younger at heart than I might appear on the surface. That's literally the only reason. I've been wanting to play this track on stream recently. However, the track isn't on Server Manager at all yet to be able to play it. And I just thought from the track previews that I saw, which was kind of taken from this sort of an angle, I thought the track looked very, very good for some two-stroke action. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm riding my new favourite two-stroke in the game. Now, it is a four-stroke model. I am aware. It is my Triumph model swap that I've put on the two-stroke. Some of you might think that's very blasphemous behaviour and that I've committed sin. I apologise. And in reality, I basically only see this much of the bike anyway, so it's okay. So I apologise if it looks a bit weird, but it sounds like a two-stroke. It rides like a two-stroke. It's the Gas 252 stroke. By far my new favourite two-stroke in the game. It is so nice. So I'm just going to ride around this track, probably rail all of these berms, as you can see here, although I do need to make note that I need to cut down a little bit early in some of them by the looks of it. And without further ado, let's get into it.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINZ at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINZ15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
Right, I guess we see, first of all, which way we go. I believe it is this direction. And let's see what it's all about. So this track is created by the Shy Guy. Guess who's still got quick shift on? Let's turn that off so my bike can actually change gear. Thank you very much, Austrian Bikes. Track created by the Shy Guy. It is his second track ever, he has said in this release. So it'll be very interesting to see how it goes. And I will admit, when I saw the screenshots, it gave me almost like kind of Dorno landish vibes of like the original Dorno in this game, of how wide open it actually looked. So we'll give it a go. And I mean, for future reference, if anybody wants to capture my attention on any sorts of tracks, give it a sort of interesting name when translated into English. I know that this track is a real track in the Netherlands, so I do apologise to any of the Dutch people that may get upset with me joking about the name of it, but it's just a little funny haha. It do be like that. And I'm not the only person that's seen it and gone tee cock. So anyway, let's carry on. We've got some kind of whooped out rough sections along these straights, and the bike seems to handle it really well. No challenge at all. I will say also with this gas, I'm rocking suspension completely stock. All I've done was increase the swing arm a little bit, and I think I actually hooked the fork height down by 1 or 2 as well. Reason for that is I used this in an aerial race the other day. I used this, not aerial, I used it in an Odin race, Odin 450s around Mount Morris, and no matter, even if I started in 3rd gear, sat down, went all the way forwards, I would loop my Larry. I'd do a backflip and not be able to do anything about it. So I made the bike a little bit longer, let's say, and it turns out it's a bit of a cheat code for getting hole shots. Even against 450s, I hole shotted both motos of a 450 race. And this isn't against random people, you know, this isn't a random online public lobby. This is against people like Cam, Tyler. I don't think Hakon was at that race, I'll be honest, but some very fast people. So if you're struggling for starts on MX bikes, then by all means ride the Gas 252 stroke, make it a little bit longer, and then go in 3rd gear, sit down, lean forwards all the way, and you will get a whole shot. Easy life. And I was actually really surprised on how that whole race went. I think most of you probably wouldn't see it anyway. It's been all part of this ongoing donate-a-thon that I've been doing recently, which by the way has been just disgusting. I did not intend for it to be going on as long as it has, but you know what? Game's a game. Got to keep going. I made a promise to keep going until that timer expires, so I will do exactly that. And thank you everybody that's been there supporting me along the way. It's been very lovely. I think I've had a really nice time. And to say that it's been going for almost a week, at least at the point you probably see this video, it's disgusting stuff really from such a small community. And I think everyone's really nice. Everyone's come together. We've only had a handful of problem children, so if that is you, please stay far away. But I've had a lovely time. I've enjoyed it. I will say, once it is eventually done, I will take a break from playing MX bikes, or at least streaming MX bikes for a little bit, because 12 hours of MX bikes every single day is an outrageous amount to play. My hours are the highest they've ever been I think ever since day one that I've got the game now. I checked as I loaded up the game this morning, and it was sat at 102 hours in the last 2 weeks, which is outrageous behaviour. But to be fair, I do know of people that still have more time than that aren't doing it for some weird sort of stream. They just enjoy the game that much. So, you know what, in retrospect and all that, and it's not that bad. It's not the end of the world, really, is it? And this track is rapid, but I'm not stopping for this, surely. No, I didn't think so. This track is absolutely rapid, by the way. There is not much of a skill gap to it. It is very, very easy. I do kind of like how he's dug it down, I'll be honest, around the whole thing. So you can just like kind of stand up and rail the outside of absolutely everything everywhere. It is just a sub 120 minute lap time. And there's no complaints with it at all. Like what we do see here is built quite nicely. He did say the berms can be buggy in his post, but I've had zero issues with the berms so far. You just get cranked over in them, rail them as hard as you can, and yeah, I see no issue whatsoever. And there's only 20 start gates on this track, bear in mind. So whenever this does finally end up going up on server lists, we won't be able to do full lobbies. But it might be nice to do 1 or 2 races around here. It will be absolute chaos because everyone's going to be railing the outsides everywhere, just wide open. And they make for some of the best races sometimes. I've discovered that the less you try and the more you just try and have fun, the more enjoyable this game is. Because I was at the end of playing the game for like 10 hours straight one day, going into the early hours of the morning, and we loaded up a lobby on Scrub Dirty, created by King MX. It's just a track that's got a whole bunch of big booters you can get steezy off of. And me and Charlie were just doing whip trains the entire race, and genuinely, sending oppos next to each other, hitting some fat old doolies. It was the most fun that I had in the entire stream, and that was just a race where finally I wasn't trying, didn't care what position I ended up in on the leaderboard, and I highly recommend people try that. And it obviously seems like a very easy thing to say, but I'm quite a competitive person. There's a lot of other competitive people about. But, you know, broaden your horizons a little bit. Try some different bikes. Have a little bit of fun. Mess around with your friends. And I think you might get a little bit of a spark and a joy back for MX bikes. And even saying that, taking that sort of approach recently, yesterday when I streamed, which was day 6 of this whole live streaming thing, which usually you think would be the day that you'd probably be the most burnt out. You know, you've been going like 23 hours in the first day, 12 hours in every day after that. But no, I felt refreshed, I felt rejuvenated, I felt excited to play the game. And it's just very, very awesome. I thought I'd be almost numb to it at this point, but no, that doesn't seem to be the case at all. So W stuff all around, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going to keep on grinding away. And track did raise some invalid points in the first day of me doing this, which was just do the whole Twitch thing as well. Not for MX bikes, you know, during the day. Usually, if I'm not doing that much between people's like normal 9 to 5s, because most of my MX bike stuff comes in the evening by time. During the day, just stream some stuff on Twitch. It hasn't got to be bikes; it can be other stuff. I mean, I've just started playing Elden Ring recently, my first ever like Souls-like game, which I'm god awful at. I played about 2.5 hours before this whole donate-a-thon thing started, so I haven't had more time to do it. But I died twice to the tutorial boss. I'm not very good at it. Racing games, I can kind of get my head around. I really, really can. Whether it's in cars or on bikes, whatever it may be, I'm not too shabby. FPS games don't take me that long either. But for some reason, I don't know what it is about Elden Ring. I know it's meant to be a hard game in general. I suck cheeks so bad around there. I really, really do. Either way, maybe follow me on Twitch at LinzMX at some point if you want to see random stuff in the near future. Who knows? And I've also been enjoying a hell of a lot of PGA golf recently. Although I have completed it, so I probably won't stream that. But it's nice to hop on with the boys every now and then and do a cheeky round of front or back 9, or if we're feeling a little bit saucy, maybe a whole 18. Who the hell knows? So to Mr. Shy Guy, this is actually a really, really solid track. It's really fun. It is wide open, and there is definitely a area of the community that will absolutely love this. You know me, I like my track to be a little bit more on the difficult side, but that's not what this is about, so I can't take anything away from it. Looks wise, I think the on-track textures look really, really good. A little bit, I would say, bland around the outskirts, but if it's a replica track, I can't speak on what the outskirts of the track look like in real life. It could just be in the middle of nowhere. We shall see for future tracks, but I think you're onto something here. You've got a little bit of a knack for it. It seems like you can make a track that's got a nice flow, I'm not sure what you're referring to about the berms being glitchy. I've had no problems at all, unless I've just managed to get lucky so far. But for a second track as well, especially, this is really good work, sir. It was I was comparing like people's first and most recent tracks on stream the other day, and it's crazy the progress that people make. So more power to you. If you have got a bit of a track making itch, then by all means keep them coming, and we're going to keep playing them. And I think that'll do it for me. It's a shorter one than usual, but as you can imagine, a little bit pressed for time these days. But I hope you have enjoyed anyway. If you did, please do drop a cheeky little like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'd really appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Lynn's in the zone, never backing down. Riding MX bikes, he's the talk of the town. 2022 champ with a YouTube crown. His game is tight, no signs of slowing down. Late nights, bright lights, he's chasing that fame in the digital arena. Writing his name, she's a 10 out of 10. Supporting his lane, hairline might recede, but his passion's the same.